Hello, wonderful people. It's been a while since we talked. Actually, it's been a while since I recorded, so that's why I feel like it's been a while since we talked. Because I recorded last week and my the couple last episode that I've done, I've been recording back to back to back. But then I took a week off. So I'm recording this now. Hi, how are you? Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Oh my god. So, guys, I've been thinking about this topic forever. And and I remember in the last episode, if you listen to Coming to America, one of the stories that I talked about was dating, right? So I thought maybe let me dive deeper into the topic of dating when you are an African girl, especially when you're a Congolese. Whew, that's that should be a thesis on its own. Let's get into it, y'all. So, how do Congolese people date? If you listen to my last episode, I remember telling the story of like, my friends being 14, having boyfriends and everything, na. I don't even know. I don't even think I knew. Or I don't even think I would have known what the word boyfriend was if we were not in America. Because it is unthinkable for a teenager to have a boyfriend in a Congolese household. That does not exist. It does not. It is unthinkable. Like, I try to picture my life in Africa. Like, what would have happened? Would I even known about boys? Because when I tell you men conversations do not happen, it's funny because like your parents tell you like, yeah, you need to learn to wash the dishes because when you get married, like you hear the when you get married part. You don't hear dating. You don't hear having a boyfriend. So the mind, and I remember one time asking my mom, I was like, how even married? Like, she was like, I don't even remember how the conversation was, but she's like, yeah, well, you're going to date your husband. How? So I was looking at her like, so we're going to get married. So I'm going to meet a guy. We get married the second day and then we start dating. Like, when I tell you that conversation doesn't happen, you have no idea. You need to learn how to cook because you're going to feed your husband. You need to learn how to do the dishes because you're going to clean your husband's dishes. So, because there's never the conversation about dating, you don't even dare ask, Mom, can I have a boyfriend? No. Boys are evil. They're going to distract you. You need to go to school. You need to get good grades. You need to find a good job. Then you can find a good husband. How are you even to find a good husband? That's it. That's literally the linear trajectory that they give you. Go to school, get an education, be the best, get all A's, get a good job, then you find a good husband. But they don't tell you the journey to finding a good husband. They don't tell you having a boyfriend. And honestly, in our culture, you don't date for pleasure. You date with the purpose of getting a husband, period. So I remember being a teenager, and now that I look at it, I felt like I was always mature than people my age. So it is unthinkable for me to meet a boy at 14 and be like, can this boy be my boy? Can this boy be my husband? Because the way we are wired is to always think about having a husband, having a husband, having a husband. So it's kind of hard to look at a boy and think of him as a boyfriend. Because we are wired to be like, this man has to translate to your husband. I don't know if that makes sense. So I never really dated. I never went on dates. I never had a boyfriend. So when I went to college, I'm meeting these guys. They're coming up. They're like, hey, do you want to go get like coffee or something? You're there, you're sitting there and you're looking at him. He's like, And this is me at 18 thinking about this. Always thinking, can I bring this boy home to my mama? Can I present this man to my family as my husband? Can I? Is he a good fit? Is he gonna take care of me? So you're not even dating to be like, oh yeah, let me just see what I like, what I don't like. Like that was not even part of the conversation. I did it when I went to France because I wanted to experience that. When I went to France and I went on dates and stuff, I forced myself to not look at these men as, will I be able to bring them home to my mother? I forced myself because when I was in college, I'm like, okay. When I met a guy, I was like, what do you do? Like, oh, like I'm a communication major. What do you want to do with it? I don't know yet. Well, you are not husband material, but you know what I mean? So dating when you're African, and especially when you're an African woman or when you're a Congolese woman, it has to have a purpose because we're taught that way. Trying to combine or fight that with sort of like the laissez-faire of like dating, figuring out what you like, what you don't like, that, like quote unquote the Western mindset. It is such a emotional journey to kind of break that cycle, to kind of break those lessons, because when you're growing up, when you have an immigrant family, you have a family from a different culture, you you are fighting every single day between two cultures, right? When I leave my house, I'm an American. Internally, I do carry some Congolese mindset within me, but when I interact with my peers, I'm an American. But then I get home and I go back to being African. So my dating advice, my African dating advice come from my African side, right? So when I'm going to meet American men who are 18, they think that they should date for fun. They don't think that they should be dating for marriage. Like, they are taught that you need to figure out yourself. You are still young at 18, you are still young at 19, you're still young at 25 even. And I'm like, fool, I've been old since I was 3 years old. I've been old. I've been an adult since my mother started teaching me how to do the dishes at 3 or 4 years old. So I don't know how you're going to be 18 and be a kid to me. I do not know. Oga, I don't know. I don't know. So when you have those lessons, it's hard to break into it. Like, I like to make jokes with my friend because one of my friend never had a boyfriend, and I'm calling my COVID experience my boyfriend, but honestly, he was a COVID experience. He was just like, hey, listen, we're together because of COVID type of person. But um, I like to, and I told him, I was like, listen, even now, I don't know how to date. I don't know how to meet. Like, now I'm, to be honest, because I'm trying to break my cycle by myself, I'm learning that. I'm trying to decipher. I'm trying to take what I like and what I don't like from both cultures. I'm doing a lot of deciphering, right? But sometimes when I go on dates, it's hard for me to just enjoy the date. I'm sitting there thinking, do you have a job that will provide? Do you have the character that I can show my mama that says that this is the man who's gonna take care of me? Do you, 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 do you? And it would have made sense if I was older, right? My American culture tells me at 25 years old, I'm young. I should figure it out. But my African household, I'm old. My ex about to die, Lord. And I know y'all feel that. Like, I have conserved my Chinese friends, and I've been to China. Like, they call women after they're 26 lao po, like the leftover woman. So this is not just a African and Congolese thing. I know there's a global commentary to make about women and dating, and you don't know which one is correct. But the correct thing, you'll know what's correct when it feels right to you. That's what I'm trying to figure it out. So this is going to be a part 1. I will come back with part 2 later. I have to go back to work, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you for listening. Please, please, please like, follow, share. We'll talk later. Bye, friends.